This is the tour and my tour of my homeless village. What's up, y'all? It's Scar in the Woods, man. Yes, sir. And this is my homeless camp. So I might got a lot of people that might ask me, oh, is this a homeless camp or is this a village? I like to call this my homeless village. I got kicked out of my apartment after staying there for 6 years. After working my behind off at 2-3 jobs at a time to just try to pay my rent. Look at my babies. They came out. Y'all saw that, right? Tyson know how to open up the door, okay? Y'all, I do have dogs, and you know, a lot of places, they won't let you take your dogs with you. And I understand that. You know, and sometimes you have to make sacrifices. My dogs have not been any nuisance to me at all. I'm just trying to set the record straight, okay? I want to be able to show myself and to show all of y'all that just because you are homeless doesn't mean that you can't live happy. Why can't we just all, if you're homeless, you know, the people that wants to be outside, why can't we all just make our own little homeless villages? I understand there's safety in order. But what about mental health? What about our life? We have to understand that we are all made different. So why should we all have to be put here on this earth to do the same type of job? And if we can't do that same type of job, then we're thrown out of society. I know I got a lot of people on here that's been working every single day and it still isn't enough money. You have family around you. You have responsibilities that you need to take care of. But it's like, it's so hard because you don't even have enough money to even provide for yourself. And I understand that. And this is why I do what I do, y'all. I had to understand at an early age that a lot of us are dead at the age of 21 and we get buried in our 60s or our 70s. And the only reason is because we are so drained of our energy every single day. This is why you need to take the time to work on yourself. Yeah. You know, I got kicked out. I was working on myself while I was still trying to work a job and it didn't work for me. So after, you know, me trying to do both at one time and then just, you know, focusing on trying to work because that never worked, I said, okay, let me focus on myself. And I took a couple days so I can build a homeless camp for me and my babies. Because we are homeless, okay? It's not a choice. If it was our choice, I'd just go build a house somewhere. But at the end of the day, how they have it for us is they want you to have certain qualifications for you to be able to live in their society. So this is what I'm saying. If we can't live in their society, if we can't meet the qualifications to live in your society, then what's going to happen to us? Why can we not make homeless camps? Why can we not be out here? If you're not going to let us get a nice, good, comfortable spot with air conditioning, with heat, with water, which is free. We don't know how to make water. 75% of the earth is water, so yet we still have to pay for it. And it doesn't make any sense, y'all. So, hey, I'm going to show y'all a tour of my homeless camp in the woods, y'all. Hey, man, I think y'all going to like this. Come on.
I'm gon' shine, I'm gon' pop, like my rhyme, watch me rock, got my guy on the top, system hating, not gon' flop, yeah,
Man, if you homeless, man, understand that you can live. Look at my baby. If you homeless, y'all, understand that you can still live comfortably. Okay, you can still live comfortably. Hey, and if you have some skills, right? I have no trade work skills at any of this, y'all. If you have some skills and you take the time and use your mind, you can do anything, y'all. Hey, and look, I made Homeless Utopia. I made the best homeless village ever. Yes, I don't have a lot, but guess what? I used what I had. Anybody can do it just like me, all right? So, y'all, this is my kitchen, okay? So I made my kitchen, and, you know, It's real nice and sturdy, y'all. And this was my first thing that I used to cook on. This was like my little, you know, my little eyes, you know, my little stove top or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, this is a regular table. You know, I got my spices, and, you know, my herbs, you know, honey. I didn't know that honey was a natural antibiotic, everybody. So, yeah, man, that's my kitchen, right? Okay, it's a nice, beautiful kitchen. It didn't take me that long, y'all. If y'all want to see how I built that kitchen, it's in one of my videos. And next, we have our house, okay? We have our house, my house that I first made. As you can see, Tyson, he's in there. What's up, Tyson? Yeah, they busted out the outhouse. He said, I'm tired of being in here. Look at my baby Dream. Hey, Dreamy. Dream said, hey, mama. Y'all, she just loves some love and attention. All right, let's go up in here. All right. Woo. All right, let's see what's going on up in here. All right, so y'all, I've been doing some remodeling, okay? So, you know, this tour is going to be a little bit short. But at the end of the day, y'all, it doesn't matter because this is a homeless village. This is a homeless camp. So at the end of the day, I didn't do all this to be flashy. I didn't do all this to be, you know, better than anybody else. It's not a competition. I'm just trying to survive, and I want to show all of my people how to also survive just like me. Okay, y'all, I know a lot of people in my original tour video, y'all saw my bed, and y'all was like, the bed was so high. Okay, I had cushions under my bed. So I'm going to show y'all. So right now, I just have this. And it's literally the bed frame, but it's literally rolled up right now. So I'm gonna show you the under the bed. This is what under the bed looks like, okay? Right? So, you know, it's not that glamorous, but at the end of the day, it works, okay? It works. You know? You just gotta put your mind together. You know, flip something up, cook it up, you know, get the recipe, and then, hey, chef, cook, okay? Look, y'all, we got this nice pillow. Look, this is a nice bed, okay? This bed is, you know, at first it was up here, but we brought it down here and it's still nice and comfortable. And then on this side, y'all can see I got the little covers. Look, okay? Y'all see? All you gotta do is put your mind a little bit to it. All right, anyway, next. Then we got our food over here, y'all. We got dog food, we got our eggs. You know, if y'all want to see what foods that I bring out here in the woods, I also have a video about that. Yes, y'all, there's all my foods, and I want to keep it high, and I want to keep it away from the walls and the ground so there's no mice and there's no bugs getting into it. As y'all can see, my food is good, it is high above, and it's not touching anything, y'all. And then, y'all, we have over here. So, y'all already know, if y'all love this fireplace, man, I just want to say thank y'all, bro. But at the end of the day, y'all, I did build this fireplace, y'all. It took me so long. It took me so many trials and errors and able to build this fireplace, y'all, but I got it done. And this fireplace keeps us warm, okay? When it's 24 degrees outside, y'all, if you homeless, guess what? Go figure out go watch the video how I built it so you can stay warm in the winter, okay? You don't have to have some big fancy, you know, log cabin like this, y'all, but you can make something like this for a tent. You can make something like this if you have a cabin already in your woods, okay? Because it's not hard, y'all. If I can do it, then you can do it too, okay? All right, y'all, so, you know, it's not that glamorous in here, like I said, y'all. As y'all can see, there's nothing really in here. Let me show y'all. Yeah, there's nothing really in here. You know, you got your food right there. And then you have the bed, you know, as y'all can see. And then under the bed, you know, it's nothing. It's just a whole bunch of nothing. You know, I got my clothes right there. And then, you know, I got a tiny bit of lighter fluid. But it's been very hot, so we don't really need it right now. And I've been lighting the fire different ways. As y'all can see, this is my fireplace. Yes, sir. It is the most best, efficient fireplace that I've ever made in my life. Okay? Actually, it's the only fireplace that I ever made in my life. Hey, Dream. Say Dream's like, hey. Okay, everybody. Okay, y'all. So, this is my house. Hey, Tyson. Hey, look at him. So, this is my house, y'all. And y'all can see, I do have Tyson and Dream's covers hanging up because when it rained, the roof, you know, basically I got a leaky roof. Hey man, I just want to say, y'all, thank y'all for supporting me, y'all. And like I said, man, you know, I don't want anybody to feel like you have to be jealous or envy me at all, okay? Because y'all, this is a homeless camp, all right? This is just my homeless camp. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm not trying to compete with anybody, y'all. I did this because I didn't want to be out on the side of the street with nothing, okay? So guess what? I made nothing into something. I made a whole bunch of sticks, right, and nails into something that is beautiful. So yeah, man. Hey, y'all. Look, this is my outhouse, y'all. I really love this outhouse. My dogs love this outhouse, y'all. Look, man. Hey, let me just stop doing all that talking. Let me just go ahead and show you this real quick. Yes, sir, y'all. But we got a nice little window right here. Yes, sir. At the end of the day. Okay. So here's my outhouse. Okay. Hey, Dream. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Y'all was right. And I understood about the flooding, okay? I understood that this could get flooded out because it's on an incline. And, y'all, it's literally been raining for 3-4 days. Look, and y'all, I put something up there because y'all see his hands is dirty. Basically, it's going to get dirty in here, okay? So, at the end of the day, y'all, I've been trying to stay as clean as I can. You know, keep as clean as possible. Under this is a whole bunch of other covers, and those are for me. You know, but these are just for the dogs right now. But, yeah, y'all, I didn't make a floor for a reason, okay? I actually feel like that there's a different type of connection when we're planted in the earth. I could have made a floor. A floor is not that hard to make. It's just, I just didn't make it, y'all. You know, I had an idea about these cushions. You know, I didn't even know I was gonna get a rug, but I knew that the cushions would be like this, y'all. So the rug, yes, is wet, but at the end of the day, the cushions aren't, okay? And the rug can get as wet as they can. The cushions still won't get as wet, and if it does get wet, it's gonna take a long time for them to absorb all of that moisture, okay? But at the end of the day, before that happens, I'm going to create a drain system. So if anybody has any ideas about a drain system, please let me know. Tyson, stop it. All right, y'all. So this is a tour of my homeless camp in the woods, my homeless village in the woods, my homeless utopia in the woods. Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really do like this spot, you know? And when people think of the word homeless, you know, they think of, you know, dirty, you know, a bum, or all these negative traits that you want to put on a person. But at the end of the day, a homeless person is only somebody who cannot provide themselves and their families with a stable home that you can get addressed mail to. Okay, anybody that's living in a tent is homeless. Anybody that's living in your car, you're homeless. Okay, even, come on now, we're really all homeless. Okay, because our real home is up with Jesus Christ in the sky, right? With God in the sky, right? Jesus went home. Okay, Jesus came here to visit and then he went home. So actually, we're all homeless, y'all. So right now, man, I just want to show y'all, hey, thank y'all for looking at my tour of my homeless village in the woods, y'all. But hey, at the end of the day, man, if I can do it, you can do it too, man. It's Scar in the Woods, man, and I'm gonna make a new way. I'm gonna make a new way, okay? And I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna die trying, man. I'm gonna make a new way. I am doing some redecorating in here, so please bear with me. It doesn't look that bad, y'all. You know, I do have to, and I am planning on making some type of floor in here. It's very dusty in here, and the outhouse is not that dusty. Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all. So this is what I cook food on now, currently. I can cook food at a faster, efficient rate right here than as to right here. This fireplace, that stove top is good, but only for little small things. This, you know, I can cook multiple things at one time. I can cook big things, y'all. Hey man, it's great. But yeah, man, doesn't look so beautiful, y'all. Y'all can't lie. Like, this house only took me 9 days to build. That outhouse only took me about 7-8 days to build. Yeah, man. You know, this kitchen didn't even take me a whole day to build. At the end of the day, y'all, we could do whatever we put our minds to, okay? Like, I am homeless right now, but the mindset that I have, I will not be homeless for long. But right now, this is the tour and my tour of my homeless village, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is a homeless village, y'all.